Oof, what I do to my leg? Oh no, that's just my bone. I think I need to weigh myself because my bones are sticking out a bit more than they used to. But this is probably because I've been having trouble eating again. And especially over the last 2 days, the only thing I've been able to eat are like peanuts and dried apricots. I've just been even with the Zofran, it's been really rough. And it's been very hot, so that's probably aggravating the situation too. Now, it's been reaching 90 here in my area at the peak around like 3 p.m. And, but it's, hovering in the mid to late 80s before and after the peak. So I do have a fan on the table here that's blowing at me. It's blowing at me um, to try and make it a little more comfortable out here. Um, right now it's probably still in the 80s, is my guess, based on when I looked at the weather report earlier. So I have skipped pretty much everything Chantel has done in the last 2 days because number one, it's boring. Number two, I don't like watching her eat at all. And especially when my stomach has been turning, that makes it, grosses me out even more. Makes me want to vomit, you know? I've been thinking about maybe covering the swimming video where she pretty much had a medical event and didn't take care of it. She nearly passed out after she was only in the pool for like 10 minutes. She kept saying that the pool felt like a jacuzzi, that the water was so hot. She estimated that it felt like it was 80 degrees. Maybe they should. Oh, I got a nosebleed. Maybe they should stick a thermometer in that pool. Find out what it really is. Because that would give them some idea. One of the people in her chat suggested that she should have an ice bath. First of all, I don't think she can fit in the tub, but what she could have done is filled the tub with ice, then turned on her water, which is apparently warm or hot or something like that, and tried it out. It'd be cold water at that point. If you put the ice in it and you mixed it with the warm water, right? And even if she can't get her whole body in there, she could sit on the edge of the tub, put her feet in, clean her feet, because she said she doesn't clean her feet ever, and shave her legs, do whatever, just sort of sponge bathe in a cooler environment. Now, when you've been in chlorine, she's going to have to do her hair, though. So that's just step one. You do your body, and then you're going to have to get up under the shower and shampoo your hair because you got chlorine in it. She honestly should have gone to urgent care because she said she was feeling faint. And, you know, she looked like she was having a hard time breathing, but she always has a hard time breathing. So it's hard to tell if that's normal or not normal or what. Oh yeah, I got a nosebleed. At least it's kind of not coming out. It's just staying up there. Um, she should have gone to urgent care because when you are diabetic and you're not regularly testing your blood sugar, right? And you are in a situation now where you feel like you need to pass out, that's when you need medical assistance. You need somebody to take your blood pressure and check your blood sugars at it's like on the inside. It must be like deep inside. She needed to be checked out right away because if her numbers were way off, they probably would have put her on an IV and kept her for a while until she came down to normal. But that was a medical event, Chantel. You can't just sit in the gym in a wet outfit. Hey, Tom. Okay, don't spam, all right? It must be a kid. Or it could be Chantel. Who knows? Might be Chantel. So, that was a medical event, Chantel. You should have gone to urgent care, or if it was too late and they weren't open, you should have gone to the ER. Because you don't know if your blood pressure severely dropped, if your blood sugar dropped. You don't know because you're on so much crap now. You don't know what happened. And you can't just, wait things out, especially with all the health problems that you have. If you ignore what's happening to you, that's when something very serious can happen to you. Like the show, I don't remember her last name, that passed away last week, 24 years old. In a 10-hour mukbang, probably was feeling something coming on, but just kept going and her stomach ripped open, and she passed away right on her live stream. Consider that she had just done this swimming in a situation where she said the water was way too hot. She never does anything athletic or even remotely, using her body. So this is not, it's probably a shock to her system to be in the pool in the first place. And then she has clear discomfort and says that she feels like she's going to pass out. That's when you go to the ER, girl. That's when you go. That's why they called an ambulance for me, because I was in physical therapy and my blood pressure dropped to 80/40. And so I had to take an ambulance to the hospital and stay overnight. The React channels were usually talking about our concerns that you're not taking care of yourself. Like, we definitely have more concern for your well-being than your beezers do. That's why Salah was getting irritated that your beezers kept bringing up donuts while you're sitting there having a health incident. Your beezers are just constantly trying to get you to think about food at all times. Like, there's so much more to life than eating. I don't understand it. Like, why would you, like, for instance, when you are doing your mukbangs, before you're even done eating, you're talking about the next thing that you want to eat. You're like thinking about the next thing and the next thing. You can't get your mind off food, and they are fueling that addiction. It's really sad, girl. That's a sick audience that you have there. Really sad. That they're constantly just doing that. Hi, Brian. How are you? Give me a second here. Good. I've been a little under the weather for the last couple of days. That's why I haven't really done anything since like yesterday morning. Because I've been really nauseated for the last couple of days. And I'm probably going to keep this short because of that. But I might cover the swim live stream, since it was another scary incident. And then they couldn't remember, right? They only have been to the pool 3 times now. And she says, didn't I almost die one time before? And he's like, I don't know, maybe. Girl, you don't remember jumping into the pool with that big blouse on that went over your head and was suffocating you? where Salah's like, "Are you okay?" Didn't even jump in the pool to help you until, like, he sat there live streaming it without setting the camera down for quite a while. He should be thinking about this shit too. That if she's saying that she's gonna faint and she's got all of these medical issues and she's as big as she is, that's when you take her to the ER, Salah. Come on. All you had to do was run upstairs and get her a change of clothes. Because she was sitting there in wet clothes. But, I mean, health first. And then at some point, didn't Salah say, "You've only gone for 1 hour. Normally you go for 2 hours on a live stream." She had just had a medical event happen. And we don't know how serious it was. Right? She was about to faint. You better be keeping an eye on her to see if she had a minor stroke. When my brother had a minor stroke, he kept working all day. He said he felt like kind of a sharp pain in his arm. He didn't feel anything in his head. Felt like a sharp pain in his right arm. And then he noticed that the right side felt a little wobbly. It wasn't terrible, but it was kind of off, right? So he worked through the whole goddamn day before going to the ER. If he had gone immediately, there's a shot that you can get that will completely reverse the effects of a stroke if you go immediately. Take care of your health, folks. If you feel off, go get your medical care. I mean, come on. I know I saw this stuff about Amber Lynn too, about how she was being over dramatic about the rumors, whatever, about her new girlfriend that's come out. And I watched Jordy's take on that, and I agree with him. It doesn't look like anything serious. Like, it's not like Salah. It's not like the shit that came out about Salah, and he's still doing videos with Chantel. He took some time off the internet for a while, though. Oh, it's because it's dry. That's why I have a bloody nose. This does tend to happen to me when it gets dry. That little blood vessels inside can burst. How is everybody today? What's going on? I gave you the recap of Girl World. I haven't seen anything about Eugenia today. But I've also kind of stopped looking at a couple of the channels that follow her conspiratorial. Conspiratorial. Is that the word I'm looking for? They're kind of conspiracy theories channels, right? They get a little deep on stuff like that, and so I just don't feel comfortable watching their content. Plus, one of them just like got way political, and shared something that was really inappropriate in my opinion. I mean, I know that people have their own opinions in politics. I mean, I was a political organizer myself for quite some time. I talked about being a Bernie victory captain. And about how, I mean, the whole reason I'm injured is because I wasn't walking blocks and knocking on doors to advance workers' rights in Los Angeles. So I have definitely talked about my work that I did up there. I have a whole playlist dedicated to that. And I was formerly organizing a chapter of our revolution. But what I will not do is share stupid, like, reshareable hit pieces against people. Like, even Trump. I'm not gonna share, like, what looks like an old school email that people pass out. Not my problem. He can embarrass himself all on his own. He doesn't need my help. But I'm glad that Kalari is getting much more into organizing as well. She's going to be doing a lot of volunteerism for the Democratic Party leading up to the election. I'm waiting for my Harris, whoever. I don't know who they've picked, you guys. What do you guys think? Who do you think is gonna? How do I do a poll? Is this the polls? Oh, okay, that wasn't it. That was not it. I don't know how to do a poll, but you can drop it in the comments. Who do you think is going to get selected as Harris's VP? I kind of think it's going to be Buttigieg, but there's a lot of names out there. So let me know what you think. I can't stay on all that long, you guys, because the nausea is still with me. And so I don't want to be on here and then end up having to, like, grab this bucket over here and just start barfing, you know? But I did want to at least say hi, let you know what was going on with me and why I've been so quiet today. Because I have not been feeling well. And I had big plans of getting things done today and simply couldn't do it. I couldn't get it done. So hopefully if I leave early tomorrow, before it gets really hot, I can get some stuff done. That's the goal. Anywho, I hope you all have a great evening. And Chantel, I know that you do watch me. This is with love in my heart for you. I don't want to see you have a medical event on your lives. And you, quite frankly, just had one and didn't handle it, which is really scary. Because if you feel like you're going to pass out, you need to go to the ER. Period. They need to take your blood pressure. They need to test your blood. And, you know, they got to do all of that. Please take care of yourself. Stop overeating. Get on a healthy diet. And Salah, stop enabling her. Please. I saw what looks like some genuine care in your voice, asking the Beezers to stop talking about donuts. And talking about how you're going to go to the diabetic instructional classes with her, which is a really good idea, because then you can monitor, because she tends to change up the rules. Like, it went from 1 palm of rice to 2 palms of rice to a hubcap of rice. You know, it's supposed to be 1 palm, which is basically a half a cup of cooked rice. Get some measuring cups and serve it out like that. You can stick the rest of whatever you have left over, put in the fridge for later, for the next meal. Not for like 20 minutes later, okay? All right. Yeah, I'm getting burpy again. All right, I gotta go before I barf again, you guys.